OGs are back, baby.
You know it.
And we are live. What is up? Technical difficulties, but we here. At first, I just lost track of time. I was listening to Pep's uh, presser. He was going in on well, not going in because that makes it sound negative, but we'll talk about it more. But he reiterated his whole Foden needs to learn how to when to go at 6 speed, when to go in 30 speed, and the do they not have manual cars in England or something? Because the at least the that reporter didn't understand that concept. He was like, "What do you mean? He needs to learn when he needs to control the match?" And Pep didn't even understand what he said. He was just like, "No, I would love for him to be at in the 6 speed or whatever at all times because that's fast, but you lose control and blah 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 blah." And the guy thought that he meant he needs to pick and choose when to control the match. It's like, no, you can control the match all the time. You just gotta calm it, pause it, all that other stuff. It was just intriguing. Hi, we're here talking the current match. Not Phil Foden, at least not quite yet. We will get there. I am Crunk Chocolate. I am with the show bros. Oh, fucking Nottingham Forest. Sorry, they're starting 11. You have to click a link, and then that takes you to their starting 11 on their website. Wow, that's weird. Anyway, Town Pop, Sharpie, Tarek, how y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling
Loving the
good.
lineup. Loving the lineup.
Yeah.
We see two of y'all outside. Y'all outside. What y'all up to?
Oh, about to go in here into the press penny, kick it with
Hey,
Kansas citizens in them, and
hey,
I heard that there's a podcast that's supposed to be popping up there next weekend.
what?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but maybe you might want to check it out.
Yeah, next week I think they're called Shades of Blue. They're gonna be in Kansas
Mm.
City.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
yeah, interesting,
Nice.
crazy.
That's cool. Really cool.
Okay, so
Yeah, I just finished the 5K out here, so post
Oh,
okay,
post
Charlie is
5K.
okay.
for real outside.
Shit, oh shit.
He on that health kick. What up,
Let's
Lando?
go.
5 for 5, baby. It's like city out here.
What's going on, boys?
Sharpie, yeah, you getting? Oh man, you getting in your Sharpie gonna be out there being a bird this summer. Oh my
That's
god, I
the
can't wait to
goal. That is why we
see.
do it.
I
Work
can't
hard
wait
in
to
spring, thought
see.
all summer,
Hey. Yeah, no,
Did I hear
sorry,
a
Matthew.
5K from my boy?
Yeah,
Let's
I was
go.
talking about Phil, just in general, like not in this match. Nottingham Forest, it takes you to their website, and in the corner is the lineups. I'm not pulling that shit up. I'll just read to you guys to get there. Goodness gracious, get it together, Nottingham Forest. Y'all that mad? You can't even make a graphic that just goes, "Hey, this is what our lineup looks like." Pathetic. Get it together. Anyway, our team. Let's focus on us. Ederson. Oh, Daku. So let's go. Ederson, Walker, Akanji, Ake, Vardiol, Rodri, Bernardo, De Bruyne, Doku, Grealish, and Alvarez. No Diaz, no Halan.
And it's starting. He's on the bench.
Yeah. How do we feel? What are you thinking? Sharpie, let's go with you. The hot hand, fresh from a 5K.
Yeah, only 2 changes from the Brighton match, right? Because of illness with Diaz and Foden. I'm happy that Daku and Grealish are coming in rested. I think the last time we saw them play, they did really well together. And yeah, that's my favorite set of defenders. So no complaints from me. I fully expect to win. How you feeling, Tom?
I'm super excited about just this front line. I really feel like Alvarez is will be in good positions to play through Daku. If we need to get control of the match, Jack is there to get control on it. Um, it does suck that we don't have Phil and a whole bunch of and Diaz is sick. Both of them are being sick, but yeah, I think that this is the strongest possible lineup that Pep could field against Forest. What about you, Lando? How are you feeling?
Nervous as shit. Nervous as shit. If it wasn't for Adam in the lit stream putting a damn fucking fear of Forest into me, shout out to Adam. We appreciate you, man.
Shout out
But
to Adam.
yeah, there's a fear of Forest in me today. But the good thing about that is I'm gonna burn down some trees. So hopefully City get to burn down some trees a little bit themselves. We're okay.
Derek,
Minus the Phil Foden fear, we're
this.
okay.
We got this. We got this. Come on. It's Nottingham. The tiny, adorable, little loud-ass stadium.
Yeah, I feel good, man. I don't have no. I'm not stressed at all, really. I just think we go out there, we handle our business. It may not be, we in theory we run it up, but it may not be that. I'm just be professional, go out there, handle business. At this point, I don't even care what it looks like. Just go get that win. Now, don't stress me out because my heart can't take it. 90 minutes of stress, but just go ahead and handle this and put them away, and we move on to the next one.
Okay.
I'm just give me the 3 points.
That's really what it is, man. I just need 3 points. That's really all I care about.
Points. That's it.
So I'm going to apologize because I did break and I watched the Arsenal match. I fell for Tottenham's copium. I won't watch Liverpool, even though they're out of it. But I thought they could do something. And
you're human. It's okay, but you're doing the Lord's work, so we need you to keep it going.
I know they scored the 2, and I turned it off because I was like, "Hey, there's plenty of time. They could turn things around." I mean, I have no idea how it's going, but it's since it went off, I do know that. Yeah, I was gonna say I do know that they scored a third because Trev added us, being like, I said in the lit stream we were going to score 3 this thing. It's just like, yeah, so
and we got to give him props, so he did call that.
listen. Trev is like he was on he could have been 0 for 3 this weekend. Angel City did lose. Part 2 of the SoB NWSL Derby. The women tied, so like he needed a win.
Tom had to be the one to bring that up, didn't he?
I'll give him a win.
I was going to try to ignore it. I was going to try to act like it didn't happen.
It happened twice.
Charlie blessed me with reminding me at like 7, 8 o'clock of that night that the game's going to be at 10, and I was like, "Fuck yes."
Oh my gosh. So let's see. They got their keeper's name is Sells, and then they got Aina. Oh man, a back 5 going left to right. Aina, Murillo, Foley, Nikate, Williams, and then it's a 5-4-1. And then their midfield is Hudson, Adoy, Gibbs White, Danilo, and Alanga, and then Wood up top. Last season we missed loads of chances and they pitched a 1-1 draw. Hopefully more clinical this time. Yes, hopefully.
Is it just me, or is there something poetic about the fact that we're playing Forest and they're actually playing a true Christmas tree formation at home?
They've been doing it for some time too.
They're just embracing themselves. It's getting a little too real there. Shout out to Miss Rolling In, to Jacob. Wonderful conversation talking about the club. Despite the points deduction, they're feeling up really good about where they are, how they've been playing football. They haven't been too destroyed. Well, actually, they are struggling. Everybody's struggling with injuries. They have a hefty enough squad where they've been able to kind of make do, but consistency has been a struggle for them this whole season. Home matches, though. City have actually been very good this season away, I want to say. If I believe correctly, they have already won 3 or 4 more games on the road than they did last year. I'm very excited. And the fact that Pep has to change things up, that is also a good way to keep our players inspired, because it can get a little tough when you're behind people and you're struggling to get on. And hey, sickness happens and people get on, and next thing you know, we got a black line action. You know, we're using the Sharpie Charlie method, and oh my God, what is this
Blackest
happening?
line possible. Oh, have a penalty to make
Yeah.
it 2-3.
Let's
All right.
go.
I started laughing when I seen that comment pop up because it's like we're trying to just ignore it, just act like that game's not
And
even
it's happening.
happening. And it's, you know, it's like, oh, by the way, it's like, no, don't tell me, I don't even
Don't
want to
tell
get my
us.
hopes up because I don't expect nothing to happen there. I
At
expect
all.
Arsenal to
No.
win, so I don't even pay. You know, I don't even focus on them. Don't even pay them no attention. If by some miracle they drop points, then great. But I don't spend my time focusing on them. I just need
I
us
bet
to
money
do
on
our
them,
thing.
so I'm here for it. Go
I shut
Arsenal.
my camera off. So
Why
I can
would
do a
you
quick
bet?
little
Wait, you bet money on who?
Nothing.
I bet money on my ops. I bet money on
Okay.
Arsenal. I think they're the better team.
Oh,
I knew they
okay.
were gonna win.
That,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that makes more
It's
sense.
an emotional hedge.
Against them would be
Yeah.
silly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an emotional hedge. Like if they win,
So
I
you can't
win.
get too excited.
If they lose,
And
I
if they
win.
lose,
So I win
it was
either
good
way.
money. It was good money to throw away.
It was money well spent.
There you go.
T, how about T and Charlie having to break down the emotional hedge?
That's what it is. It's smart, man. Hey, you got to do it out here when you're a fan.
You gotta
like,
protect
it's
your
not a
heart,
lot.
man.
It's just a little bit. Yeah.
You gotta
It's real.
protect
Charlie
your
and his
heart.
betting ways, baby. Nothing but capital.
That is specifically why I quit doing fantasy football. Just any fantasy sports, because I would get a player for my team and they're not doing what I need them to do in that match, and I'm mad at them on this stupid fake app, but my team's winning, or they're doing technically what they need to do, and the team overall is doing brilliantly in real life. It's just I shouldn't be mad at you, my boy. Like I should be happy, joyous right now, but you're messing my week up. Oh, okay. Is Daku the key to him on the right? Because he's going to be on the right. We have seen him successful these last couple of times on the right. He's been able to distribute. He's been able to dribble. Daku dancing, distributing. Is that what and even the video that I shared on our social media that I saw this week, where Pep was just like oozing, glowing about Daku and his dribbling and how key it is, and that is a quality of his, and he should take advantage of. Who wants to take a go at Daku and his importance to this match?
I think he's very important, right? Like we know like they will isolate him and let him have the ball, but I'm expecting that low block, so it's not like he's going to just have acres of space. So those combinations that he plays with Kevin and Bernardo are going to be essential. So hopefully, you get that action where either Kevin underlaps or he overlaps, kind of the way they set up the goal in the last match against Brighton with the through ball, and then classic City goal back in the day. And then opening up for it. So whoever does it, Jack's going to be important to come in on his right foot. Hopefully Vardiol can, push up, but I'm excited to see both of the wingers be wingers and, let Cal sit back some just to protect against that counter, because that's the only way Forest can score, to be honest.
That's interesting that you say that, Charlie, because I was just thinking that like Fatmob changed the formation for us from a 3-2-4-1 to a 4-1-4-1. So like I was thinking that actually maybe Walker might get forward to allow Daku to do more underlapping, so he's in the middle of the pitch more. So it's interesting that like we see him doing similar things just in different areas of the pitch.
The tactics, I think, boys, are going to be interesting on how we kind of get Doku released on that one-on-one potential, if that comes. I think both of you are bringing good points. I got to really give a shout out here to Matthew Hoyle. No, I don't know if there's a relation to Billy Hoyle of White Man Can't Jump, but Billy Hoyle is one of my personal favorite people of all time. Matthew Hoyle is dropping some absolute gems in this chat right now. I mean, first off, got Alvarez scoring. Think that's a pretty fair shout today. Also, with the notion of bringing up last year's in a pinch 1-1 draw, hopefully we're more clinical. I think Doku brings that level of excitement and electricity on the wing that opens up some of those moments for us to get a little bit more clinical. So Shout out to Matthew Hoyle. I'm loving what I'm seeing in the comments. I think there's going to be some openness for him. I think there's going to be some potential one-on-ones. I don't want to touch the Kyle Walker staying back or overlapping thing yet. I'm too remiss to be talking about Kyle Walker like that.
Let's just leave our Kyle Walker
professional
correspondent, aficionado, Sharpie Charlie, just handle any and all things Kyle Walker.
Yeah. Spot on, Crunk. Spot on.
Okay. Well, and I understand Doc, he's gonna give him space, have 2 or 3 players draw into him that will allow Alvarez to do what he does, his little sneaky, stealthy run in between the half lines. And it will just be very important that if Daku is not able to give him the ball, he's able to pass the ball quickly back to probably KDB, who's going to be sitting there ready to release Alvarez, Grealish, whoever is out there. Yeah, this is going to be nasty. The only reason why I don't think it's going to be 5-5 because Chris Wood, do you really think he's going to try back? Because he doesn't have the speed to really get up. So if he gets too far back, I don't know how they're going to. I mean, obviously they got the wide, fast players, but they're just going to be up the pitch, just standing there waiting for.
Yeah,
Chris
but
Wood.
they're never going to get out of their end. They're never going to get out of their half. They're going to be bunkered in on their half, and we're going to be trying to pass around and pass through. And so, Daku from that right wing, Jack from the left. How do we? They're going to have to use their dribbling to get into those tight spaces, to get in between, because they're not. And then we're going to. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like 15 blocks, because they're going to just be putting everything on the line to try to keep us out. I don't think that for them, just getting a point is great, right? So if they just bunker in, don't let us score, they'll take the point. So it's going to be on us to figure out if we can break them down. And so I think the idea of taking shots, a couple of them are going to be from distance, because again, we're not going to just be able to walk the ball in. It's just not going to happen. So
I want to give Roger a shout. He hasn't had one of his rockets in a while, and I feel like he's due to let it rip. Also, I will say this, right? The difference between Arsenal and Real Madrid sitting in a low block and Nottingham Forest is that they're just better players doing it. And so once you go up against those teams who are the best teams in the world, it makes it a lot easier when you do go against Nottingham Forest, right? Like, they just don't defend as well. So I'm not worried I know we, like Matthew saying in the chat, we missed a lot of chances last year. I think we're in a great run of form. We have a chance to have, I think, the most consecutive Premier League games of scoring 4 in a row, 4 or more goals if we hit 4 today. And I think the boys want it. And they're just on fire. Like, we are cooking right now. Like, Kevin is in his bag. Bernardo's doing what he does. Like, again, I told the group chat, no feel, no problem. Like, we're gonna win. I got us going 3. I'm gonna say 3-0, another clean sheet. But boys, I got to run for brunch. Love y'all. Let's go City, baby.
5K that a brunch. I love it.
Gotta get it in. Peace out.
That's why he didn't run it.
Life.
Because he was about to go smash.
Life.
He had to go run it off beforehand.
I love it. Even though he's in the DMV area, he's still our Hollywood Sharpie. I love my guy. Oh man. Okay. Who in this Nottingham Forest squad is going to give us trouble? Is there anyone? Is it the style? Is it just we're worried about the low block and that will hinder us? Is that it?
I think for me, the biggest threat is the low block, right? But again, I do like Morgan Gibbs White. I think he's a really talented player. Colin Hudson-Odoi has talent, but again, I don't think they're going to have the ball enough. Again, they're going to be trying to play, quick counters, which he might be able to thrive in. But I think that they're not going to have the ball enough to really threaten us, except for on the break.
Alonga, honestly, is the only one that kind of like gives me pause, only if like Kyle Walker just turns off for a moment and like forgets where he is and forgets where Alonga is. But other than that, yeah, like the low block is the number one threat against a win.
it's just not even the low block. It's also the concept that in the recovery and the rotation, we would have to have some serious lapses again for us to fall off. And there's a particular name in that starting 11 that's not there that I feel very confident is not going to provide some of those defensive lapses for us. This particular person is ill today. There are two particular players for City that are ill today, one of which I'm quite sad about. The other one I say, you know what? It's okay. Sit back and relax. I think we got the black line handled. We're going to be A-okay there. We're not going to have some defensive lapses. So to answer your question, Crunk, maybe Chris Wood, but I don't. His heat map is going to be interesting to watch after the game because I think that man's just going to be cooling. I really believe Crunk is spot on. They're not going to go ahead and he's not going to be putting in the miles today.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, well, we can get out of here on this. I mean, unless there was another angle or something. No? Okay, cool. So what's crazy about this match? You know, I'm just going to side note tangent. I was trying to find the pre-match pep presser for this match, and I downloaded it, and I pull it up, and I'm so confused because it's Brighton's background, but it says Nottingham Forest, but it's Brighton. I don't know what's going on, and I try to look it up again and again, and yeah, it was just the games were so close apart. People were just like, we don't really care. Let's just do it now while we're here post-match at Brighton. So they're kind of asking about Nottingham Forest, but there's just like the Brighton Seagull and the Amex stuff in the background. It's just like, bro, there's no respect to Nottingham Forest. And that's what also, why are we worried about Nottingham Forest? Like we have dealt with all the things that we have dealt with, the people that we still have to deal with. And I hear all these people being like, oh my God, Nottingham Forest. Oh, Nottingham Forest. I understand what they want to do, but if we're thinking of ourselves, we're only focused on ourselves. We're Manchester City, winners of the treble. Real Madrid had to basically park all their buses in front of our goal to get through, Ancelotti admitting so. Like Sharpie said, bro, this is Nottingham Forest. This is not a problem. We shouldn't be worried. And like, shout out to Adam. That's what he is supposed to do. So like, Lando, I need you to do better. You cannot let Adam get to you. Like this is a new SOB lesson that you are still learning, I guess. Like, so
I must get better. I must improve.
Hey, he's
you got to go through. You got to go through it first. Like, you got to experience it first. So
I like that, Tom. I like that too.
Exactly. Well, Lando, how are you seeing this match going? What are you seeing for a score prediction?
I'm scared. I'm nervous. I think it's going to be tough. 4-1 City. The fuck out of here. We're handling business, doing what we got to do, doing the same shit I did on the lit stream with fucking Adam. We're Gucci. We got to figure it out. I feel a whole lot better now that Charlie reminded me that Madrid low block, Arsenal low block. You really worried about a Forest low block?
Yeah, man.
Those are some bars by Charlie. So I feel
some red trees. Y'all worried about red trees?
The thing I would say about that is if you try to put a low block, no, I won't. Never gonna smile. But if you try to run a low block and you're not comfortable, you've never done it. Like if we tried to run a low block with our players, right? We wouldn't be successful.
It would feel weird.
We wouldn't be good at it because our players don't have that just built-in innate. At the end of the day, I know I'm not better than them, so I just got to sit here and defend. Other teams do that. So when Real Madrid is doing that against us, that's not necessarily their ideal. It's contrary to how they normally play, and so I don't know that I ascribe to the idea that because Real Madrid's players or Arsenal players are better individually, that they are therefore better at implementing this low block. I don't know that I agree with that. It doesn't matter because I'm with you that I think it's we win by at least 3 goals. So whether that's 3-0, 4-1, I think we go out, we handle our business, we're professional, we get it done.
Yeah. And I tell you, I can't tell you how many times
Never gonna happen.
I'll write a joke or I'll do something, and I say it, and I the first person I look at is Tarek for his reaction, and it's never anything. And sometimes the random thing will get him a break, and I will only notice it when I'm editing because I'm looking at everybody, and I'll catch him, and I'm like, oh, that's what got him. It's intriguing. It's infuriating. He's material. He is a one of one, and he never leave. And yes, only Adam can only be Adam. Oh yeah, who's we? Yeah, the whole nerves. I hope you know if City win the league, that gives us more money to buy Bruno.
But we don't want Bruno. We don't.
I mean, I have been.
We got enough money. We can buy Bruno whether we win the league or not.
Yeah.
Paqueta. If we're gotta pick one or the other, I want Paqueta.
Can we just note that they're doing like a flash special for a certain period of time, and then from there, like the sale goes away? Like they swear Bruno G is on some exclusive like off-white.
Actually, no, it's the other way. It's the other way around. He's super expensive for 2 months, and then after that, people can figure out the price from there. So,
but the price is only going to go higher. They're not going to come lower, I don't think.
Right.
They're hoping that there's a set price. There's a set price. You jump in early, you can. There's a defined price already set. Because if you don't jump in early, then it's up to me, and I don't have any. I have no responsibility to sell to you. Now, again, if by chance they really need the money, then they're gonna have to take it regardless.
I think it's the opposite. Honestly, this is my thought, because it's like buy now on eBay. Is like you can either buy this thing.
Right. I got to bounce. But I got City 3-1. But y'all have a good day.
Yes.
And talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, the price goes up
later.
Okay, see you. Okay, we can get out of here on this. I'm totally willing to talk Newcastle right now for this moment. How much can they ask for Bruno G? Like, what are we doing this? Okay, so the price the price goes up. Our Newcastle insider, shout out to Coming Home Newcastle.
Yeah.
Bruno's can't leak that. My bad.
I just find the concept interesting. I think this is a new twist into this whole transferability. Like, can you find other key examples of big time play, or what I would consider a big time player that would be available that puts in this random for limited time window? Here's price.
The other piece of that though is I don't know at what point the books have to close as far as on this season, and they have to have their money up by a certain point. So there may be an incentive for Newcastle, like we have to get money in by July 1st. So therefore we got to make it in, we got to put that incentive on getting Bruno out of here if that's who they're going to sell. Then, they got to get that money in quick so that it counts on this season's books and they don't, get dock points next season or whatever. So I think that's a little bit of what's going on there. Yeah. But why do I care? I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not high on the price.
I'm trying to figure out how to phrase that to like July to.
You're looking up when the fiscal year starts, I think.
It goes from July to June. Yep. So that's yes, books go. Yeah, I don't. That just sounds insane. Who is paying 125 million, 150 for Bruno G? Who's doing this?
125, 150.
Because
is that what you're talking about?
But you're saying it's going up. So if it's going up from 100, it's not going to go up just like 105, 110. I assume it's going to be a sizable leap.
The hope is to get a bidding war. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Get as many people bidding, and then it drives the price up.
What is the hopeful price you can get for Bruno G? Because
I think they would take the 100. That's why they have the
of course
set at that 100 million. And I think again, if you wait, well, first of all, they're gonna buckle if in fact they need money, and I don't know that they do. But if they do, the closer it gets to June 30th, they're gonna buckle. They're gonna bend. They're gonna say, you know what, give me 75 and I'll take it and I'll run away.
Right.
So it's just a matter of who's gonna blink first.
Yeah.
When you phrase it like that,
Yeah.
I don't dislike him. I mean,
no,
well,
but
I don't like him on the pitch against
people
my
are broke,
team.
boy.
Against my
Like-
team. But I think the reality is, if we're looking at someone that's going to come in and give Rodri some relief, some break, some rest, I feel like Bruno's probably better at that than Paqueta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's why
So-
we're bringing in. I've given up. I've given up. Sharpie's boy from Bayern. Bring him in. Kimmich. I've
Kimmich?
given up. Just bring him in. Do it.
He's the
I don't
move.
care.
He's the move.
There we go. Let's just do it. I don't care.
But if we bring Kimmich in, you know what's going to happen? We're going to play him at right back. He's going to invert next to Rodri. He's not going to replace Rodri. So then it's stupid. It doesn't matter. Whatever. We getting ready. What time does this match start?
Multifaceted, right? Like he can
we still
start
have like
at
22
the
minutes.
DM, and then we can play Frimpong at right back.
There's no rush to sell Bruno. They haven't spent a ton. Bruno's camp league that. Oh, of course. Is this because Bruno wants to leave? I mean, and obviously he loves Newcastle, but it's just the prospect of going somewhere. No shade, but bigger with consistently experiencing Champions League. Well, maybe let's just say that. Yes, please buy Kimmich. Yes. Well, and okay, because also if we get this is back to City now. If we get Paqueta and Bruno,
2 fires.
that's no different. Yeah, and that'd be great, but that's no different than doesn't the worries about Phil in midfield stay? Doesn't that do the same thing with me wanting to bring in Musiala?
Maybe if you look at Paquetá as that 8-10 player, maybe, yeah.
Because that's
I
I don't.
those
Bruno
players
I
adjusted
see as
to
a 6. I don't think Bruno is taking Phil's spot.
Yeah, exactly. 6 or an 8
Yeah, exactly.
is what I
Whereas
see.
Phil is playing more that 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Bruno will always either play as the Rodri or next to Rodri, where Paqueta could actually take that Phil spot.
Yeah. And I've said before, I can actually see Paqueta taking that Bernardo role and starting right wing, on paper being right wing, but then coming in more middle and being central with Foden. So and plus we've reached the point now, I think Phil's got his status kind of cleared. Any signings we have, they're adjusting to what the Phil role would be. I think he's getting that Kevin Dodge. I think he's getting that transition over to that. So yeah, we'll get the signings, but Phil's here. Phil's here.
Mm. Yeah. And as agents do, they want more money. Yeah, it really doesn't seem. Bruno just wants to play good football somewhere he is loved with a coach he respects, and like that's why it's the whole Pep thing, because obviously he loves Pep, and I think that's really the whole Bruno G to City thing. I think it's just their loving embraces every single time they see each other. Okay. Well, we can get out of here. This is nice. Hey, nice little vibes. Yeah, we'll be back actually an hour before the women's match. I'm Crunk Chocolate. We got Tarek. We got Lando, Sharpie, Tom Bomb. They were here. We are Shades of Blue. There will be a new episode out for y'all tomorrow. Check out all our previous stuff. You know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.